Moving on to number 3. A 0.4 kilogram soccer ball approaches a player horizontally with a velocity of 18 meters per second to the north. The player strikes the ball and causes it to move in the opposite direction with a velocity of 22 meters per second. What impulse was delivered to the ball by the player? Again, what was the impulse delivered? Well, we know that impulse, change in momentum, is equal to mass times a change in velocity. Well, we have a change in velocity that is equal to, let's see, so this is going 18 that way, right? And then we get to go in the opposite direction. Yeah, so up 18, south's going to be 22. Okay, so I got that straight. You can actually see it on the screen. So my change in velocity is going to be whatever the final velocity is minus, subtract, the initial velocity. Well, my final velocity was 22 meters per second going south. How am I going to represent south quantitatively? With a minus sign. So 22 meters per second, and then minus my initial velocity, which was 18 meters per second north, which is represented by positive. So this might seem kind of backwards because the sign of the south-going velocity is negative. The sign of the north-going velocity is positive, but I have that marked as negative here. It's because we're using this change in velocity equation right here, right? We're subtracting that initial velocity. So that's going to give us a total change in velocity of negative 40 meters per second. That means overall, the change was 40 meters per second in the opposite direction, right? It was going north. It's now going south. That's why it's a negative. And the total difference between positive 18 and negative 22, you guessed it, is 40. So we have a change in velocity value. Therefore, remember I learned that from my dad. He's old. Therefore, you get my impulse equation. 0.40 kilograms multiplied by negative 40 meters per second. It's going to give me an impulse or change in momentum of negative 16 kilograms meters per second. And what is my direction going to be? South, right? Yeah, ends up going south. Opposite direction, yeah, south. With two significant figures.